Vince McMahon, high-speed chase with the police. He's running away from the police. We have the video. He crashes his car. I want you to notice how the police treat Vince McMahon. Here it is.
So Vince McMahon crashed his $300,000 car going 115 miles per hour, and a cop got it all on camera. I don't know if you could understand what he was saying, but he was saying, I'm such an effing fool, and we know that's right. Now, this footage is unbelievable. So this all happened in July, but the footage just came out, and guess what? It's from an actual cop car that had its lights on and was chasing him down the street when he was going over 100 miles per hour, and look how they treat him.
You need an ambulance?
No, I don't.
All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I got to get this the next exit.
Right. Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights, but it didn't look normal.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you, and you keep taking off.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to outrun you.
I know. I understand that, but that's why I was very confused.
The hell? This man was running away from the police in a car that could outrun the police. He only got caught because he crashed his car, putting many lives in danger in the process. Police come up, they don't grab him. They're not mad because they had to chase him. They don't tell him to get out the car. Sir, do you need an ambulance? Do you need help? Sir, why were you going 100 miles per hour? Why were you fleeing? This is the question you get if you're going 75 into 65. Why were you speeding? Right? Not when you do this. And obviously, when he says, yeah, I saw the lights, but they look normal to me. Sir, you don't even need to take a breathalyzer. Whatever's going on with you, if you see the lights and it looks normal to you to have blue lights behind you, okay, there's more. So here's more of the body cam footage.
Right, because it wasn't like you were running. It was just like you almost hit, I think, 115 miles an hour. All right, and then you just hit someone because you weren't paying attention. Were you looking at your phone?
No, trying to drive. No, I'm not looking at my phone.
The person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No, I haven't been driving my car in God knows how long.
Right. It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything. Do you need an ambulance?
No, it's not.
All right.
I mean, if we go back and watch, you can see this cop was following him for quite a while before he just blatantly runs into a person who's going the same direction as him. That's how fast and recklessly he was driving.
Once again, I collectively speak for everyone who has ever had a traffic citation. The hell? This cop is giving opportunities for defense, is what he's doing. He's giving opportunities for defense, okay? Because any other cop would have said, sir, how much alcohol have you had to drink today? Yeah, but he didn't want to say that. He wants to provide opportunities for defense. Is something else going on with you? I mean, maybe you just weren't paying attention. Possibly you're having a medical issue. Can we say that? You're having a medical issue. I'll call the ambulance. Now, here's how the traffic stop ended.
And they handle him with such nice, kind little kid gloves.
Mr. McMahon, how you doing? Hi, I'm the investigating trooper, okay? So, how you doing? I know who you are. So...
You send out like Greenwich unit.
So, Trooper Robbins that was following in the unmarked vehicle said you were doing over 100 miles an hour, all right, before you struck the vehicle. So
now all I'm saying is that if me or you were driving away from an officer with its lights on going that fast and caused a crash like that, we would be going to jail, but not Vince. Here they are just giving him a couple tickets for reckless driving and following too close.
All right, so I'm going to be issuing you a misdemeanor summons for reckless driving, okay? So it's just going to take me about 10 minutes to write it up. I'll give you a court date, probably within 3 weeks or a month. All right, so just give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we'll get you out of here, okay?
Privilege. Did he shake that man? Did he shake the cop's hand? Did he shake the officer's hand after committing what would have been deemed multiple felonies if anyone else would have done that? Yeah. Shook his hand. Got some basic ass tickets. Probably got those dismissed later. The TikToker breaks down the aftermath of this. Here it is.
So, like I said, this crash happened in July. He did have to go in October of 2025, where a Connecticut judge granted him some pre-trial terms. Basically, he doesn't even have to go to traffic school. All he has to do is donate $1,000 to charity. And the other condition was that he drives lawfully for the next year. And if he doesn't have any driving violations between October of 2025 until October of 2026, then all of this will be off of his record. Now, luckily, nobody was hurt in this incident, but there were 2 other cars involved. The lady that was in the BMW that he hit and another car that had some debris fly off and hit their car. Neither of these people have sued him or claimed any damages. To be clear, neither of the other cars took any legal action against him. All he has to do is donate $1,000 and drive well for a year, and the reckless driving and following too close charge will be taken off of his record. This whole thing makes me have a lot of other questions about the other people that were involved in this. I mean, this was not a small crash. She said that she was hit so hard, she's lucky to be alive. All of his airbags deployed.
Yeah. Yeah. There are 2 very different criminal justice systems, as Trump has said. Put it up, full mass. So to recap, McMahon, now 80 years of age, was driving his 2024 Bentley Continental GT on the Merritt Parkway at Westport on July 24th. Coincidentally, the same day that Hulk Hogan died of a heart attack in Florida. State police said the Bentley, which can cost over $300,000, was going 100 miles per hour or more. McMahon was cited for reckless driving and following too closely. A state judge in October allowed McMahon to enter a pre-trial diversion or probation program that will result in the charges being erased from his record next October if he successfully completes the program, which is basically paying $1,000 in a charitable contribution. He didn't even get his license suspended, y'all. Not even temporarily. And he could have killed not just somebody, but multiple people. And everybody was on the same page. Nobody had to pull a cop aside and say, hey, listen, this is McMahon here. This is, you know who this is. Everybody knew. And they played along. They would not have given any citizen of that community that kind of respect. Dear brother, thoughts here?
I mean, first of all, isn't it for all of us required that we drive lawfully for the next year and the next year after that? The idea of your punishment being just don't do crime again, I think is pretty wild. And I think that's just the hypocrisy cherry on the whole pie. But I just can't get over how starstruck these police officers are. I mean, you can practically see just the pink hearts coming out of their eyes. They are completely dumbfounded and they are clearly in love with this. I mean, in a platonic sense, of course. And if you had made me guess how exactly Vince McMahon would react in this situation, I think it would be pretty much a paint by numbers situation. That guy clearly is going to do whatever he wants. And if the excuse is that it's because his granddaughter has a birthday, then cops will just have to deal with that, because he knows that if he gets pulled over, 9 times out of 10, they're going to know exactly who he is. So yeah, it's absolute, absurd hypocrisy. And it's, I think, one thing similar to the Epstein files, where we're seeing a window into just how privileged certain people in this world are. And it's unfortunate how deep it goes.
Yeah, extremely. All right, we'll bring you updates if there's something to bring.